Good morning, Patriots, and welcome to the American Patriot Channel. If you're watching this on the Integrative Preparedness Channel, it's because I'm putting this on there as a way of announcing the new channel. You know that I've been talking about deciding what to do with the other channel. And so I'm putting this on there for you as a way of announcing the new channel, American Patriot Channel, and inviting you over to it. I hope all of you will come, but I think most of you will come. I'll put the link down below, and the purpose of this channel is, of course, to talk about our country. What happened to it? How was it formed? How was it founded? What was it supposed to be? What did the founders dream of it being, although they were realists and they knew the dangers and what might befall? And what has happened to it? And what can and should we be doing about it? The first, of course, is to be informed, and many of you are. If you're new to us, welcome. This channel is going to be, as I said, designed to explore what's going on with our country. Is there a way to turn this ship around? As a patriot, I am not a blind patriot. I am not one of those my country right or wrong kind of thing. I am a person who stands by the foundational principles on which our country was based, the United States of America. And I love those principles, and I have been disappointed most of my life, to be honest. Well, no, not most of my. Well, yeah, I guess so. I've been disappointed in our country since I learned the truth about Vietnam and then Jimmy Carter. And you know as well as I do that of the problems that have befallen our country. I'm not so naive as to think we're able to turn this country into a perfect country in an imperfect world, but I believe that we have to try to do our best to turn things around. And so that is the purpose of this channel. Might I ask you, please, if you're on the Integrative Preparedness channel, when you come over, please subscribe, please give it a thumbs up, please share it. It helps. I have never, and if you're watching this on the American Patriot Channel, please do the same. Please make sure that you're subscribed. Please give it a thumbs up, and please share it with those who you think might be interested in it. I have never before tried to build a channel. Now, I've had the Integrative Preparedness Channel since 2017, 18, something like that, shortly after my first book came out. But I have never cared about building a channel, to be honest. It's grown nicely, I'm glad. But my purpose for the Integrative Preparedness Channel was simply to inform, to share my thoughts about preparedness, and such as that. It was more of a teaching and a communal situation. But this channel I am hoping to build, and to do that I need your help, because numbers is what builds it, right? And I think that it's incumbent on each of us who want to turn our country around to do what we can. And this is one of the things that I can establish a channel. You might have something different you can do. So if you have a channel, then beef up your channel. Let me know about your channel, and I'll mention your channel. And please mention my channel on yours. But this is what I can do, and I just felt called to do it yesterday. The answer came to me out of the blue, and we know where that comes from, right? I think the good Lord whispered in my ear, all right, Steve, you've been jacking around long enough. Here's the answer. Here's what you should call your channel, and here is what you should talk about. So that's where we are. So thank you for your support on this, and let's see what we can do to get the word out. And try to convince, because the battle right now, the patriotic battle right now, is not with arms. It is with words. It is with political action. It is in our ability to share the truth and to try to persuade those who either on the other side or don't know to our side. That's the way we fight. That's the way the other side has won most of their battles, and that's why we have not. But anyway, today we had a shocker, didn't we? I heard it last night, many of you did too. Marjorie Taylor Greene's announcement that she is resigning from Congress. And if you haven't listened to her speech, what she sent to her constituents down in the 14th district in Georgia, I suggest you do it. It is absolutely great. She said she tells them where the rabbit sits. She's puts it on the line. And if you can find it everywhere, or you can join us on the Patreon channel of the American Patriot channel. And if you do that, and I've already put it up there, so you can watch it there. And hey, I thank you. If you would like to join the Patreon channel, that's one of the ways that you're going to support this channel, and I appreciate that. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I mentioned this yesterday, that she it has been one of Trump's staunchest supporters. She has been loyal to a fault, and I admire that. I respect that, and I think, and I come down in support of almost every position she has taken. Now, her support of QAnon, that was different, but none of us are perfect, including me or you, right? And maybe I'll say something about that. I think that was a psyop from the other side to make people on the right look stupid. But anyway, she has been one of Trump's bulldogs and has supported him the whole time. And his turning on her was unbelievable. Calling her a traitor and calling her, whatever. It was just. I'm not pulling my support from Trump, because what is the alternative, right? And the refusal to choose the lesser of two evils is choosing by default the greater of two evils. And life is full of choices and compromises, and we may not like it, but that's the animal called politics. So when he turned on her and called her that, it was just unbelievable to me. He did do something today, and I'll get back to MTG in just a second, but did you see that he has revoked the TPS classification of Somalis in Minnesota? Okay. Radical Islam is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, threats against our country, and most people don't see it. America was founded as a Christian country. Many people disagree with that, and that's because they don't know. That's because they haven't studied it. It was founded as a Christian country. Even though Christianity is not embedded in our founding documents, it was assumed, it was recognized, it was generally accepted that our country was based on Christian principles. Simple as that. And this idea that we are not a Christian country simply comes from a letter written by, was it John Adams, or was it Quincy? I forget which, to the Barbary pirates, saying, "Why are you raiding our ships? We are not against you. We are not a Christian country against the Muslims." Well, you look at our founding documents. You look, and I'll be doing things in the future about the fact, supporting the idea that America was founded as a Christian country. Now, is it any longer a Christian country? No, because too many have fallen away from the faith. Simple as that, and that's one of the big problems. I'll be talking about that in the future. But Trump has now withdrawn. He says he's immediately withdrawing the TPS, the temporary protective status of Somalis in Minnesota. The Somalis have ruined Minnesota. They're going on to ruin more. I told you some years ago I was in St. Cloud, and I went into the Walmart there, and I thought I was in Mogadishu. They have taken over the politics, and this is how they're doing it. Trump allowing Mamdani to come into the Oval Office. I'll say more about that in the future. I can both understand it and be against it. I mean, I could argue both sides of that. But, some people are saying, well, it's a Godfather move. Well, Godfather moves, we don't know that they are Godfather moves. Hey, GMF, I fully agree that it could be. So I'm not disputing your assertion there at all. But we don't know what a Godfather move is, if something is a Godfather move, until it's over. That's the thing about a Godfather move, right? Enemies close, or friends close, enemies closer, that kind of thing. But we will see the result of that. But now we get pushback, of course, from what is her name? Ilhan Omar up there. You know, the brother marrier up in Minnesota, talking about we're here to stay. We're taking over. We are. You know, we, the people you love to hate, are here to stay, and blah blah blah. They have a lot of political support. And one of the reasons, of course, is because uh, all of the scams that the Somalis have been playing up there in Minnesota. You know, draining our tax money. They're taking our tax money. Most of them are on welfare of some kind. They come into a country, into a state that had the most liberal social welfare programs in the country. That's why they ended up there in Minnesota, and uh, and they used it because they're smart and they're sneaky, and they have a whole bunch of kids. And the more kids they have, the more money they get. One of my brothers-in-law just sent me something this morning before I sat down to do this, and said that it's coming out that many of the Muslim women, the Somali women up there, are declaring that their kids are autistic uh, because they get more money that way. Well, I think they might be autistic because of the interbreeding. Ooh, can I say that on here? Well, this is going to be a channel of truth. So yes, I can say that. I will say that. We will see what they do about it. Um, so MTG, getting back to her, she showed the strength that everyone should have in support of American foundational principles. She was America first. She made the statement. She says, well, I thought that MAGA meant America first. And obviously it doesn't. We are seeing a huge split between MAGA and America first. And a lot of that's being driven by the podcasts, the people, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, the ones that I don't like Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin. The ones that I do like Nick Fuentes. I know that a lot of people out there, and Nick Freitas, big difference between the two, but their messages are somewhat similar. Um, Up to a point. I know a lot of people don't like Nick Fuentes because he is bombastic. And I understand that. And he says some things that I think he's one of those guys that likes to make people mad. He's one of those guys that likes to get under people's skin. You know, he's from Chicago. And nothing against all you guys up in Chicago. I love Chicago. I used to go up there a lot and love it. Love the people up there. But he is he is a bulldog who I think he believes everything that he says, but I think he says a lot of it in a way that is just designed to create anger and turmoil and things like that, you know. And he probably says some things with which I disagree also. But I'll tell you, the message that he is putting out there as far as America first, and a lot of this has to do with our situation that more and more people are starting to understand our relationship with Israel, our greatest ally, right? I told you years ago, Israel is not our friend. And people won't believe that because when they go to church, if you go to church with a evangelical pastor, he's going to tell you that you need to support Israel because the Bible says he who blesses Israel will be blessed and he who curses Israel will be cursed. Well, that's not what it says. I've done a little bit on that. I'll probably save that for the church channel because there are a lot of Christians out there being totally misled concerning the situation of Israel. But but Nick Fuentes, he is driving millions of young men, and it was young men who put, well, a lot of groups that came up that had not before been real supporters of Republicans, young men, even a lot of young women, blacks, Hispanics. Uh, they are the ones that put Trump in the White House this time, and Fuentes is he will find fault where there is fault, and that's good, because when somebody just supports somebody, you know, whether it's Trump or anybody else, and like Hannity or any other one of these shills, just overlooks or fails to or refuses to address the problems that they see, that's not helpful. That is not helpful. We need to talk about the things that we see that are problems. Fuentes does that. Okay, and like I say, my purpose for bringing him up is that he has an effect on millions of young men. Young men coming up today are more as a group, in my experience, and I've seen studies that will verify this, they are more conservative than previous generations. And the young generation is the hope for our future. And I see great things with them. But I see them falling away from Trump. I see them seeing the hypocrisy in some of the things he does. I see them seeing his mouth get him in trouble. The things that he's saying, I don't like either. You probably don't like some of them either. I mean, what's the purpose in calling a reporter a piggy? I mean, really, why? You just you give people an excuse not to like you. Why do you want to do that? So anyway, watch Fuentes. But we have a civil war on the right. We have a civil war. We have a collapse on the left. It's a time that is going to be interesting. But as MTG said, and like I said, go watch her. You will. She tells it exactly like it is. And the problem is, the good people like this are the ones leaving our government service. They're leaving Congress. Massey's another one. Okay, and she lays it out. Why? She lays out the game. So patriotism does not mean supporting everything that your country does or everything that your party does. Washington warned us about a couple of things in his farewell speech. He warned us against political parties because he said the loyalty will go from loyalty to the country to loyalty to the party, to the team, and he warned us about foreign entanglements, right? And we are entangled. We are entangled to the point where, I mean, we may not get untangled without some very, very drastic moves. And of course, Eisenhower warned us about the dangers of the military-industrial complex, and MTG in her speech warned us about the dangers of the political-industrial complex. So anyway, welcome to the channel. This is episode 2. I'll probably number the episodes in addition to giving them a title, because there will be days that there's just not going to be a title, I don't think. But welcome to the channel. Please share it. Please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. And all those things. Make sure that you're subscribed. Okay, because this is what we can do now. All right. Remember, and my tagline that just came to me for this one is, the spirit of America lives in the hearts of its patriots. So to you patriots, you all have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.